and he said,
Reno, happy to have you on hand for this very special event. Hello, everybody. Jay Randolph, and alongside Hall of Famer Earl Anthony. Well, a year ago, you were in this competition. It's another year. You're alongside. Good to have you with us, and we're going to have some fun.
We are going to have some fun, Jay. We've got a lot of talent here today. 4 really exceptional bowlers. The amateur is unbelievable.
And we're in these magnificent trappings here at Bally's. This Ziegfeld Theater is a great spot as we focus on this one.
Whoever thought bowling would ever be in this kind of a setting with such a wonderful audience in such a great place, Reno, Nevada.
Let's get to the rules and the prize money as we explain the bowling shootout to you. First of all, first 10 frames, 2-tie, all-tie.
2-tie, all-tie. And after that, Jay, of course, it's strike or nothing. Really.
Sudden death, and you must strike to win. We would have an extra $10,000 at stake in the sudden death or sudden victory segment. And the prize money, well, here it is. We start off in the first frame with 1,000. We go to 2,000, then to 3, to 4, up to 5,000 in frame 5, 5,000 in frame 6 and 7. We jump to 10 and 8, 15,000 for the 9th frame, $50,000 in the 10th. And here, of course, you can do a little betting legally in Nevada, and this is the way the folks turned out, and this is the way Bally's Reno's odds ended up today when the tote board closed on this event. Holman at 7-5, Roth at 2-1, Wagner at 7-2, and Barnes at 6-1. And let's get the opportunity now to meet the 4 bowlers competing in the shootout. First of all, Marshall Holman, the Professional Bowling Association's all-time money winner. Mark Roth, a Hall of Famer. He is the 2nd all-time leading money winner. Lovely Lisa Wagner, named Women Bowler of the Decade. And Chris Barnes, the 19-year-older, the amateur, and winner of our Shoot for the Stars competition to qualify for the shootout. We have a strike competition as well as the money, 100,000, maybe 110,000 if we go to sudden death. We have a beautiful Sea Ray bow rider boat with a 135 horsepower Mercury engine. It's valued at better than $15,000, and that goes to the winner of the strike competition. This big crowd waiting for the start of the shootout. We determined this afternoon by a draw that Marshall Holman would lead off, followed by Mark Roth, then Lisa Wagner and Chris Barnes. A reminder that last year we went to sudden death, 17 frames, and Marshall Holman won $80,000 in that 17th frame. And here we go. Frame 1, $1,000. Holman from Medford, Oregon, just about 305 miles from home he is.
The players practiced for quite a while before the show started, about 30 minutes, Jay, and when that happens, especially on synthetic lanes, the lanes change a little bit. And by that I mean the oil will carry down the lane a little farther. The players are going to have to make some adjustments to that, and they will very quickly, because as we've stated,
I don't want to adjust.
We've got 3 great players and a great amateur.
I want the lane set up for me. I don't want to have to adjust.
You don't want to have to adjust, Marshall. Okay.
First 10 frames, 2-tie, all-tie. Holman with a spare.
First spare I shot at.
You got it.
He doesn't miss very many of those, Jay.
Mark Roth, 38 years old, out of Brooklyn, lives in New Jersey. A little high, and he's got a split right off.
is what happens when you get a little older, Jay. It gets a little harder to get the ball down there.
Well, look, here's what did happen.
Here's what happened.
As he glares back at you and we look at these pins, I don't think we want to look at...
A little too much. I made my adjustment.
Here's a guy that can, he could pick this up. He's a great spare shooter. Got a chance.
Hey! All right.
Even when he's just showing off.
Call me a great spare shooter.
You're right. There's a look at it. Now watch this. Perfect.
Can't do it any better than that.
Watch the reaction. He's running it out. Oh, he's just a big show-off.
Good guess.
Very good guess.
Spare on top of it.
2 spares. Of course, we have $1,000 up for grabs. Here's Lisa. Spare would put her in the drive, or strike would put her in the driver's seat.
Come on, Lisa.
All right.
Who is it?
Now it's up to Chris.
Well, here's the first test. Here's the first test for the amateur. Here's a good shot, a replay of Lisa's shot. Now, this is the best ball she's thrown since she got here, Jay. I watched her in practice. She never hit the pocket for half an hour.
You're right.
Here's a chance for Chris to prove his mettle early on in the proceedings here. Chance to tie it up.
Count it, Lisa.
All right. Lisa Wagner has made some money. She was shut out last year. She has $1,000 in the bank. And she takes the lead, of course, in the strike competition.
Carry down.
Mark said, should I make a move? That looks like
Harry.
a move.
10 pin is standing. $2,000 in this second frame.
Watch how he gets his legs under him here, folks. This is power. This is the original cranker. This is the guy that made it all happen that everybody copies today. All the power players learned it from Mark Roth.
We talked about how old he's getting. Many people call him the father of the modern bowling world.
Where you go?
I don't know. I figured I'd follow you. I'm so used to bowling doubles with him. I just follow him.
We ought to mention how the rotation goes. Holman did lead off, then Roth, Lisa, Chris, and the rotation goes throughout as we move along. That's high, but the Brooklyn hit, and she bows and says thank you very much. 2 strikes now for Lisa.
What a break this is. The ball crosses the head pin. It's unbelievable good break, and she's apologizing. Can you believe that? She might win $2,000.
I wouldn't apologize.
But I don't mean it. I don't mean it, though.
She lies.
Strike.
Strike it is for Chris Barnes, his first of the match.
Well, we'll get a little carryover on that one now, Jay.
That's right. That means that in the third frame, we will be bowling for $5,000 as
Get a
we
free
already
shot to
have
adjust.
strikes for Wagner and Barnes. And a strike for Marshall Holman.
And that's the kind of adjustment you would expect a future Hall of Famer to make, Joe.
We'll be back with more from Reno in just 1 minute.
This is NBC's Sports World.
Here's the way it's gone up to now. Wagner with $1,000 in the first frame. the carryover, and we are playing for $5,000 here in frame 3. Lisa has 2 strikes to lead that competition also, and she will lead it off. Another Brooklyn hit.
Well, if you got something going, Jay, you might as well go back until it stops working, right?
What are you guys whispering about over there?
Well, you know, Mark and I are having just a little private conversation.
Oh, nothing is private in this show.
Wicked whisper.
Hook.
Hook.
What are you worried about?
All right, Lisa.
Oh, it's going to hook a little bit. That's all it did was hook a little bit.
A little bit.
Chris Barnes has 1 strike. 1 behind Wagner. Had a high 3-game series of 824 in his career and 11 300 games.
Sit.
Now you heard him say, sit, Earl.
And he didn't mean he was going to sit down on the approach, Jay.
No.
He meant he wanted that ball to stop hooking is what he's really talking about. And here's a good look at it. It goes a little high in the head pin, and it could have carried. It could have tripped
How do you
it
know,
forward,
Earl?
but it, Mark says, what'd you say, Mark? Well, we have 2 spares so far.
Spares for Wagner and Barnes.
Excuse me,
Marshall homing up.
Earl, do you remember what I did the last shot?
Yes, you got a strike, Marshall, and you made an adjustment. Do you remember what that was?
I don't know. When you get to be almost Mark's age, you know, you lose track.
I bet Roth never thought he'd be in these lavish surroundings bowling for this kind of dough. Oh, the 10. Disappointment for Marshall. That looked good.
A little bit light. And what Marshall did there is he got the ball a little wider than he did on the ball that he struck on, Jay. In other words, he got a little more out toward the channel. The ball came in behind the head pin, and it's the soft 10. Here's a great opportunity for Mark Roth. $5,000 ball, Jay.
And of course, we don't shoot the spare here because we already have Lisa and Chris with spares. Now Mark Roth, a strike would be $5,000.
It looks good.
Come on!
There it is, $5,000 for Mark Roth. His first strike of the match.
No one can do it better in the clutch than Mark Roth. He's demonstrated that over the years. He's a PBA Hall of Famer, and whenever anybody needed a strike, and he needed to, if I had someone I want to say, this guy's, I need a strike, who am I going to ask? I'm going to go get Mark Roth.
We hope you're enjoying the exciting action of the Bowling Shootout. We'll have more in just a few moments. In frames 4, 5, 6, and 7, we had carryover, and that means we'll be going to frame 8, bowling for $29,000. And in the strike competition, Earl, Lisa Wagner had 4 strikes in that segment, and she's taken over the lead there.
She has. She got him from a variety of directions, Jay. They came from all over the place, but she does have the lead. As you can see from this, she has 6. Marshall, Holman, and Chris Barnes are tied for second with 4 each.
The action heating up as we go to the 8th frame worth $29,000. Coming up later, the IBF Featherweight Championship bout. Jorge Paez and Lupe Gutierrez, but the battle's on right here. Barnes with 3 consecutive strikes, has a total of 4. Holman with 4. Wagner with 6. Roth with 3.
Come on, come on, come on!
It looked like it got off his hand just a little quick there, Jay. Didn't get the lift that he's been getting on the ball. And as we said, it's a little later, a little more money. It's a little harder to make those good shots.
The shoot is there. They tried for a Roth spin.
That's a bit discouraging. But,
That's okay, kid.
I'm just an amateur. What do you expect?
Oh, you hear that?
I don't bowl like an amateur.
As my father would say, I'm old enough to be your older brother.
Marshall, your folks are here. Nice to see them.
Yes, they are.
Is that any good? He was worried about it.
Well, I think he ought to be. He got that ball. A lot of back end here. The ball comes a little high on the head pin. This is the trip 4. This is what the great players can carry with that heavy roll. You have to get those kind of breaks or you can't string strikes.
Look at that. I'll take it.
Come on, Mark.
Still 2 players, a chance to tie.
Get up.
Can he do it again?
Not this time.
Not this time.
One time here.
Come on.
Lisa Wagner is leading the strike competition with 6. Holman now has 5. Barnes 4. And she needs the strike, or Holman will pull down $29,000.
And she's
You've
done
got
it to
enough
Marshall.
already.
She's done it to Marshall twice
Do it
already.
again.
Why do you guys keep doing this to me?
Holman takes the money lead. $29,000 as we had a carryover from the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th frames into the 8th. Here's his reaction.
Here's the great reaction. Now watch this. When he sees the 9 pin, there's Marshall. Yes. You should have seen him dancing last year when he made that $80,000. I thought he was walking on air. I think Marshall did too.
It may not be polite, but I can't help it. It's just too much money. You got to get a little bit excited.
Well, here in the 9th frame, $15,000.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like much now, Mark, huh?
Yeah. Seems like a lot to me.
Oh, the 10.
Oh, thank you so much.
What'd you say?
Everybody out there's got a favorite.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so cruel to me.
That strike would have evened him up with Lisa Wagner in the strike competition.
How do you make a 10 pin anyway? Okay.
Spare for Holman in the 9th. He does have 5 strikes.
Oh, sorry,
Lisa was 6.
Oh, your pardon.
The Sea Ray boat, the Mercury engine, goes to the strike champion. Here is Roth.
Switching balls again.
Switching balls again. 22 PBA titles.
You don't have to announce it, Mark.
And 79.
Come on, Roth.
Close. Why are you switching balls, Mark? Are you confused, or you just like to switch balls for the fun of it, or you want to tell us why you keep
I
switching
like to
balls?
see the ball hook a little bit.
Oh, okay. I see.
Not much, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So Holman and Roth with spares here in the 9th. $15,000 up for grabs. Lisa's leading that strike competition, we'll remind you again, with 6. And she could add to her winnings here, possibly. Chris Barnes still to follow her.
Oh, get lucky.
Nice shot, Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
Get lucky.
Let's get lucky.
Look at Holman up and applauding for him.
I'd rather be lucky than good any time.
Very versatile.
Well, she says she'd rather be lucky than good, folks, but she's both. And that really makes it easy to get strikes when you're both lucky and good. And she really let this one get away from her.
Ready.
It was gone.
Ready.
She got to the foul line about twice normal speed.
At least.
At least.
At least.
Chris needs the strike.
Got to hurry.
Come on.
And Lisa Wagner picks up $15,000, a total of $16,000 in the match. The strike count results have Lisa up on top. We'll be back with more right after this.
This new Chevrolet Lumina Coupe just helped Chevy do what no other car company has done.
Here's the way the money has been given out up to now. Holman in the lead with $29,000. Wagner with 16, Roth with 5, and Chris Barnes shut out. But Barnes could win $50,000 here in the 10th frame. That's what we have up, as it will be Mark Roth to lead it off. Remember, if we go to sudden death, we'd add another $10,000. Side. We've had a lot of Brooklyn strikes in this one.
Well, that really wasn't a...
Oh, it wasn't a Brooklyn. Oh, I see.
No, it was through the middle of the head pin is what it was. It wasn't Brooklyn.
Looked more like a Brooklyn to me.
Come on, Lisa.
They're rooting for Lisa now.
You better believe it.
Roth sitting over there with the strike. They're whispering again. No whispering now. Remember
I whispered
that.
again. Mark and I have these secrets. I'm sorry. Lisa, it looks like it's a Brooklyn. Oh, so close.
But yet so far.
It was
Yet
real
not
close. Come on.
They're rooting for Chris now. Got that battle for the featherweight championship coming up. Baez and Gutierrez.
You do what you gotta do.
Come on,
Time to get
Chris.
started
But
here.
right now, here is this young man from Topeka, Kansas, goes to school at Wichita State. 50,000 here in the 10th. Strike to tie Roth.
Partner.
He does it. That means we're going to go to sudden death. How about the amateur?
I'll tell you what. Now this
he's
is
not so bad.
This is when all of a sudden, Marshall Holman and Lisa Wagner love this guy. You know that? What a great shot by a great player, amateur or not.
Y'all come back now.
Y'all come back now. And here has 6 strikes. Lisa Wagner with 7 strikes. 5 with Chris Barnes, as we are going to go to sudden death. We're going to add the $10,000. And here in sudden death, we bowl 1 ball. It does it all. $60,000.
Speaking of balls, mine didn't come back.
That's a lot of money.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Lisa bothered a little bit by a late return.
Tim, it's his
Wait
ball.
a minute. Pardon me.
It's his ball.
A late return.
I got to do some work on it. It's no joke.
It's too big to fit up the ball return. He's using a ball that's too big.
We're in sudden death. Only one ball here in sudden death.
Should have been.
I tried.
Right there again.
I tried. I keep moving left, too.
And the crowd's really getting into this, Jay.
They sure are. Chris with that big strike in the 10th.
The first one to strike has got all the advantages because then the pressure's on the other players just to tie. So Chris Barnes in the driver's seat right now.
$60,000.
Some amateur, huh? What a great shot. Here's another look at that one now, folks. And watch the reaction. When he let go of that, Jay, he knew it was a great shot. That's aggressive. That's a real aggressive shot from a young player for $60,000.
Is he Clark Kent? He's put the pressure on the veterans. Holman responding.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
These guys could strike forever. And the more
Holman.
pressure you put on, the better they throw it, Jay.
Holman now is tied with Lisa Wagner in our strike competition for the boat.
Get it, Mark.
Now, was that a Brooklyn? That was a Brooklyn. Okay.
I think he's lining up off Lisa now.
We'll be back with more of the Bowling Shootout from Reno after these messages. Right now, we have a situation where there were ties in 12, 13, and 14, Earl. And we'll be going to the 15th, of course, for the $60,000. And it's really been something special.
It has, and the strike contest is really heating up. We have two players with 9. Mark Roth's on 5 in a row. He's bowling great. Holman finally missed. Here you can see we have 2 players with 9 strikes and 2 with 8, so it's still anybody's boat, Jay.
Lisa Wagner leading it off, $60,000, the championship.
That's all right. Just taking a rest. Shot.
No.
Well,
Lisa, $1,000 in the first frame, $5,000 in, or $15,000 in the ninth, $16,000 for her. This big crowd now rooting for Chris Barnes, the amateur from Kansas.
can't root for him this frame.
He's an engineering student, a bright, articulate young man.
And it looks good.
Sit.
Chris Barnes takes a giant step. Here in frame 15 for $60,000. Holman and Roth will follow.
Now I'm going to try and take Mark off
Barnes
the hook
now
here.
with 9 strikes.
I was within an arrow. What do you want?
Marshall, come on.
Lisa's got those fingers crossed.
Lisa's always been very fond of me.
Go, Marshall.
Hey, Mark.
Especially right
Mark
now.
Roth told me to tell you not to pull the next shot. Cool. Left me the message.
Pull. That's nice.
Back up. Yeah.
Good shot.
We'll go to the 16th as Holman retakes the lead in the strike competition with 10.
Oh, I'm glad I did that for you, Mark.
Thanks. I don't like what you just said.
All right.
These guys are truly amazing athletes
go.
that they can perform this well with this kind of pressure and money. It's amazing to me. I got sweaty hands watching.
So do I. Six in a row for Roth.
He might not ever stop, Jay.
I never pull anything.
Yeah.
We go right into 16. Chris Barnes leading it off, and Chris, you're hanging tough out there.
How good is?
Oh.
A little high.
Oh, that's a shame.
Marshall, you
little
didn't seem to be too sincere when you said that.
I wasn't.
A little gamesmanship going on here, folks. The ball, you can see Chris's ball go through the middle of the head pin, a little soft with the speed.
He asked my partner to
him.
pull it the last shot, and I don't know.
That's right. You guys are partners on occasion.
That's right.
They're not partners right now.
Not right now.
It's 1 against 3.
Holman the Bowlman striking in the 16th.
And a commanding lead in the strike competition, Jay. There's a good look at the ball. A little high. Finished very strong.
11 strikes now. And here's Roth.
Come on.
How close,
Deja vu.
and yet so far.
Here we go again. Just exactly what happened last year.
Come on. Go straight.
There's a look at it. Watch the 4 pin. That pin goes to the wall, almost kicks it over. Last year in the 17th frame, Lisa Wagner needed a strike to keep Marshall Holman from winning $80,000. This year, it's for $60,000 and the championship. It's all up to Lisa.
Could Mark throw this instead of me and have another chance, please?
Please. Good luck, Lisa.
Come on.
Okay.
Looks good.
The 7 is standing. Marshall Holman wins the $60,000 in sudden death. A total of $89,000 in the Bowling Shootout.
Yes! All right! All right! Yeah! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah!
Still to come here on Sports World from the Lola Event Center in Reno, Nevada. Jorge Paez will defend his